Clutch Trucker filmed before a live studio audience. Yep, there he is. I went and got him from the house just so everybody would stop and say, we miss Rusty, where's Rusty? Well, there he is, all right? Yep, filmed before a live studio audience, Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. All right, got Rusty in the opening for you. All right, the project is continuing. What is this, update number 4, I think? Yeah, busy day today. Got the trailer back and then was attempting to get the upper bunk down. If you can see back there, see the upper bunk is gone. That's just the rear wall you're seeing. But got that down. Wasn't easy. There was only 2 big bolts that hold it on towards the back that you access from the inside after I took the mattress out. Had to get out. Forgot completely that I store my Easy socks up there, which are the chain alternative, underneath the upper mattress up there. So I go to pull the mattress down. I'm like, oh, right, I have my Easy socks up here. Hello. But anyway, like I was saying, there's 2 bolts that hold it to these connectors on the wall. I'll show you here in a minute. And then a little bit further up, you know, they have a damper, like you have kind of a piston thing when you're pulling it down so it doesn't just slam down. And they were held on by these little bolt things, if you can see that. And the thing is, it's a star pattern, and it's a very big one. I don't have a bit that big. I have this huge box of bits. Box of bits, baby. New from General Mills, your family will love Box of Bits cereal. And yeah, I didn't have one this side. So when we had to bring my son to marching band tonight, my wife and I stopped at Menards. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard their jingle. Boy, that's an annoying jingle, ain't it? You save big money at Menards. Yeah, but they're when we owned our radio station in Douglas, they used to advertise with us. Boy, they beat you up on the rates. They are just such cheapies. You ever notice when they have a big sale? We're going to give you 11% off. Oh. How about 15 or 20? No, 11. That's what they give you. Anyway, so I had to buy this set of star bits like this that cost $30 just so I could get this down. So I get this down, I get it off the other side, pull the dampers down, and when I looked at it earlier, it looked like in the very back, it was the same bolt, same nut size thing. And I get up there and get to the back, and no, that's a hex shape, not a star shape. Really? Really? I'm not going to spend another $30 to get that one out. So I figured, as they always say in those infomercials, there's got to be a better way. And turned out there was a better way. Look at all that dust up there. That's because there was a vent that was on the cabinet right here that blew that way, and it blew all the dust behind where that other bunk was folded up. That just looks gross, don't it? So tomorrow I'm going to be doing major cleaning. Major cleaning. So you see on each corner it's essentially the same. There was a little plastic thing, kind of like right here. How this has a plastic thing around it, and that's an actual bracket, because that's where the bunk folded down and would hit that. So there was one back here that hid, let me turn the light on. There was a plastic thing that matched, this wood grain look. That covered this plate. Well, I found if I pulled that off underneath, there was a bolt that attached right up under there, okay? Through that hole, and I was able to get it off that way. But this is like this one here on the side, falling over the bed here. It's solid on the wall. I'm going to use that to help support my whole upper bed system. Because it's there, it's solid, it's built into the truck. Let's use it, because that's a way that I can make sure this whole upper bunk situation and upper level is going to be secure and bolted in. Now as I step back about as far as I can step back here, I'm right by where the passenger seat used to be. You're going to look back, look at how spacious it looks when these upper bunks are or upper cabinets are gone. The upper bunk is gone. This upper cabinet's gone. Still got to get this one out tonight. We'll be showing you that process. And then tomorrow, my bed and mattress and the tray, you can see that's a plastic tray down there that sits on. That's all going to be coming out, okay? And look on the back wall. See, that's there. They have to have that legally there. So that if somebody is sleeping, if you're doing a team driver situation, then you have this net, which is basically a safety belt, and it comes over, and it does have areas in the front here, right there, you see, where it can snap into. So that's the way that somebody can be sleeping in the bunk in back while someone else is driving, and yet they're still legally belted in. But I don't ever do that. That's coming down. I had just tucked it up into the bunk upstairs, up above, for now. But what that does tell me is you have 1, 2, and 3 on that wall. That means from that point down, these are places where I can then also secure my bunk. It's going to go a little lower than those because it's going to go about the level of that bracket and of that bracket. But that means I can secure a board on the back there that'll be attached to the whole upper bunk system that is going to hold it securely against the wall. It's going to be secure on each corner, secure on those, and I'm going to be able to use the bolts here in the wall also to secure the whole thing down. So for those of you wondering, how is this all going to be staying up and secure and solid and hold the weight and everything else? There's your answer. Now all these controls and back here in the corner, those will be hidden by a closet. The only thing, I just run the AC from the front. Okay, and that feeds that vent and that vent up there. So you can put it on the front control. The only thing it has that I want to change is there's a switch back there to access the light above my head, and a switch to access that light right up there. I'm going to move the switch that accesses that light to that panel up there next to, because that already has a switch for the one above my head. The other one's a speaker mute switch. I'm just going to put the one that controls this light right up there. Plus there's that little mini reading light, and that'll all be upstairs for me. Oh, also meant to show, you can see my trash can sitting right there. That's where the fridge was. Got that out of here today. I got that out by myself. That wasn't the easiest, but I did get it out. My wife did help me take down that upper bunk that was up there. I got it unbolted and I bounced it down there, and then she was outside so we could kind of feed it out the door here. And with the passenger seat gone, that was a much easier process. All right, we're going to try to get this cabinet out of here now. You can see my APU airlines were coming up through this cabinet. This one went up into the other cabinet. It's just stuck there right now. And there's the other vent. That one's going to go up over there in the upper area. This one is going to go up the wall behind a little cabinet thing I'm going to make, and it's going to pop out right about up there by the window. So I'll have 2 vents from my APU to run the heat and air conditioner up there. The third one is down here in the front of that wall, in front of the bunk right now. So that'll blow air down here. I mainly will want it when I'm sleeping, so that's why I'm going to have 2 vents up in that level. Alright, so now we got to get this thing all apart. I already took the drawer out. See, there was a drawer that went on those sliders. There was a shelf in there. And then down there on the floor, that's just painted the color of the truck, because it's just metal. You can see there's my wire for 12 volt. This cabinet originally had a fridge in it when I bought this truck, and I told him, take that fridge out, it's too small. So I'm going to use that 12 volt to run either the toilet, electric flush on the toilet, or for the water pump. As I discovered that other 12 volt outlet on this side, I'm just going to rewire that. It's going to snake down the wall underneath down there. So I'll have one 12 volt to run the pump and one to run the toilet. You can see those 2 ducts coming in the wall there. So the first process, I got to get these rails out, and then we'll take the top off and we'll go from there. Alright, got those rails out that held the drawer in place. So now it looks like kind of like the opposite of that upper bunk cabinet. You have this facade thing held on by a bunch of little screws. So we're going to have to get all those out. You also got to get the inverter off the wall here. This is what feeds all things electric in the truck. got two cables running down through the floor. That goes down to the battery box. And this inverter converts DC power to AC power. That's the whole point of that. And you can see I've got two things plugged in there. One goes to that little yellow jacket box that used to be on my cabinet up there. The other one, you can see, snakes around inside this cabinet to that side. It drops down behind my bunk, and it went all the way to the other side, and you can see it's still sitting down there on the floor. You can see where the wire popped out, and there's where that inverter, or that power strip is. Boy, that cabinet was a pain in the ass. That took almost 3 hours. Let me show you everything I've taken out of the truck. Alright, that's the upper bunk. It's now standing up there against the wall. Of course, the fridge came out. Had some extra sodas and stuff. There's my George Foreman era for washing clothes. That bag got various stuff in it. There's my microwave, box of stuff, cooler, rusty toys. Cab Commander down there, bag full of other stuff from the other cabinet. Those small little plastic shelves, leave some of those right there. There's rusty beds, rusty towels, my bag for my impact and my drill, my main tools, my vacuum, that power strip, my bag of tools, another box that had stuff in it, shrink tubing, these boxes of bits and tools, vent, that was in my drawer, and then look over here. These are all the shelf components, cabinets and shelves and all that. All here on this side, all stacked up now that they're all apart. There's the upper bunk mattress. A lot of crap. Okay, so the cabinet behind my driver's seat, which of course is right there, is finally gone. Inverter is now off of the wall of that. Some band-aids that fell out of that little drawer that I had. Like I say, it's just metal down there. I'm going to be replacing this carpet and everything. There's my controller for my APU just lying down there on the floor because it used to be mounted on a cabinet. But yep, that's down. Just gonna kind of clean up a few things here. But yep, demolition is almost complete. Cabinet's down, bunk is down. Let's say stairs are gonna go here, upper bunk there. We're gonna have the fridge and freezer over there. We're gonna have well, the toilet's gonna go here. Sink, closet. Okay, well this is where my cassette toilet's gonna go. We're gonna see what situation we have with the wall here. It does pull out, and there are supports there. And we'll see if we have enough space in between to make that work. We hope so. And like I said, I do like how Freightliner did the vinyl button stuff all the way down. So if my toilet can go in there, it has a nice rear padded wall to match everything else. Okay, demolition about all done. All that's left is I gotta get my mattress out of there tomorrow. The tray it's sitting on. There might be a little more demo on that wall there and that wall there below the bunk, but demo is at this point basically over. Well, getting that cabinet out of there took so much longer than I thought. Wow! I had those ducts to deal with. There were different size screws. Blah, 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 blah. Well, it was a pain in the ass. But anyway, here it is, what, 2 o'clock in the morning now? Started trying to pull that apart over 3 hours ago. Hello! But like I say, at this point, demo's pretty much all done. Just a little more to do tomorrow. Yeah, get the bunk out of here. My bed's on now. Get that tray out of there. And from that point on, then I'm going to clean everything, because you saw all the dust. Oh, it's just disgusting how much dust there is. that was in hidden places that I couldn't get to. But I'm going to clean everything out, and then I'm going to pull down that vinyl on the rear wall and see what's behind that. And we're going to start cutting. And then we'll kind of be in the whole building phase, where right now we've been in the demolition phase. So, anyway, stay tuned as the project continues. Do want to say, by the way, when I brought the trailer back today that I had to use to move the table saw and everything, they only charged me $100, where it was going to be 180. So I guess they talked to the owner, and the owner said, yeah, just give them the 100. So I saved a little money there, so that was nice. Also now, because we're almost to Halloween, or Halloween's coming up here at the end of the month, because it is now officially the 1st of October, now that it's 2 a.m., my daughter, Samantha, is a great artist. Fantastic artist. And look at this. She painted this pumpkin. How freaking cool is that? She's an awesome artist. So I really hope she does something with that someday, because when we went to see the movie Frozen years ago, she came home and sketched out the two main characters by hand, and they were freaking perfect. I've never been a good artist. I like doing stuff like this. When I was a kid, I drew square dogs, and they never got better. Yeah, and didn't they do a nice job at PetSmart and Greeley? They did a real good job on his grooming. So, not too bad at all, I'd say, right? Yeah, he didn't know what to think when I threw him in the truck. He's like, all right, but everything's gone. What's going on? Doesn't look the same, right? Kind of freaking you out. I know. So, pretty crazy. Yeah, I know. Different sounds here out in the pole barn. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe. Please like and comment if you'd like to. Don't forget about Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter. And yes, I will be bringing Rusty back occasionally here during this whole remodel project. He's too interested in the sounds he's hearing outside. But as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Hey, Peter. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. We're kind of playing catch up. So I'm going to need you to come in tomorrow, Saturday. And I'm going to need you to come in on Sunday, too. Yeah. Look at that crescent moon coming up over the horizon. Kind of hard to see it there, but looks pretty cool. There's a street light near it, but kind of looks like Pac-Man, doesn't it? Munch, 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 munch.